From the Kaplan Athletic Center in Newburgh, New York, this is the Mount St. Mary College Athletics YouTube channel. This evening, the Mount men's basketball team hosts CCNY in the second half of a doubleheader. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Nikolai Busko. Thanks for joining us. Mount just trying to pick up the pieces. Hopefully they learned a thing or two from being in Western Mass. They lost in Amherst on Saturday, 88-47. The Knights are now 1-6 this season, 0-5 at all games away from here. Ryan Graham had 10 points and 2 steals. Ben Toussaint had 7 points and 5 rebounds. Amherst led by 14 at halftime. The Knights never mounted a challenge down the stretch. CCNY won its Cuniac Open at Medgar Evers on Friday, 76-68. Now 4-2 this season, all on the road. Led by 19 late in the first half, but MEC cut the margin of 4 with 13 minutes left in the second. Justin Morty had 22 points and 8 rebounds and 5 assists. Ricardo Dixon, 15 points and 10 rebounds. Mount comes up with a stop on the first possession for CCNY. In it comes now for Jones. Back now for Siren. Letting it go for 3 was Brendan Graham. Couldn't get it to drop. Good pursuit of a loose ball, and it's picked up quickly by Siren. Or pardon me, it's Jones. Now back for Walsh. Walsh blinks right, turns left. Lost the handle, stays with it. No shot yet. They've got time. Good touch passing here, but they got to make a decision soon. Walsh into the corner. Siren overshot it, and because it didn't graze the rim, Brendan Graham cannot take advantage of what might have been a gimme layup for a rebound. The Knights' first Skyline Conference game is next on Saturday at 2 o'clock against Sarah Lawrence. CCNY, final game for exams tonight. The next game is the first home game, January 8th against Lehman. Boy, they'll be glad to play a home game, but they've had success already this season. Bowman, inside it came. Now left corner for 3, and nailing it is Morty. He takes care of business early. Mount just trying to be patient. Shifted now for Siren. High glass in. Connor Siren takes care of business. Dixon. As CCNY looking to settle in now for Morty. In the corner again, Bowman lets it rip. Michael Bowman has CCNY up 6-2. Good quick ball handling. Kick back out now for Walsh. Walsh doesn't take the shot, rotated well. Graham. And it came to Siren. Good distribution, and that ball will settle in. As Brendan Graham able to put it in, but a timeout is called right away by Spencer Boateng, head coach for CCNY. And he sees something he doesn't like, so he'll have a quick adjustment for his crew. When we grow our knowledge, put our skills to use, and help our community, we spark something amazing. Be the spark. Explore service. To learn more about Mount St. Mary College, visit msmc.edu. Again, msmc.edu. So Boateng hoping that his players make the adjustment that's necessary, and they'll start right back here under their own hoop. 2:11 gone, 6-4, CCNY is in front. Morty for Bakiri, who got it now for Morty. Bakiri hands it off now. Ultimately came to Morty by way of Bowman. Stone. Bowman. Stone thought about letting it go. Now he will. Can't get the Stone to roll in, and it's rebounded by Siren. Shifted now for Graham. Somehow and one, even though he's got a bit of a hot foot, it's Siren. And now the concern is, how are his toes and his ankle and everything in between? And he'll take a moment here to make sure that his shoe is tied. And that's okay. This is not Back to the Future 2 where everybody's got power laces. They confirm, I think the foul is on Bowman. And because it was so long ago, and they got to do it all over again because there's Marcus of Queensberry, one shot. Take two, but it's only one shot. Makes it. So Connor Siren, let's see how well that foot manages here. 7-6, Mount is in front. Good pace to start for both teams. Here comes the press, but it's broken. Morty, hop, skips, and jumps. And he'll put off the window and in is Dixon. It's Bakary, pardon me. Dixon, pardon me. Dixon able to get the bucket, and CCNY back in front. Graham. Now for Walsh. Walsh got inside. Siren can't finish it. Ball ultimately comes to Bakary. Now for Morty. Morty, foul line jumper. In and out. I guess the rim thought the ball didn't taste good. Brendan Graham. Blinks right, turns left. Kick out now for Ryan Graham. Ryan! Lovely stroke for the foul line. Mount back in front. Feels like we're in for an entertaining game, doesn't it? We've had a few things happen already. Stone. Morty. Bowen back to Morty. Down low it came, and putting it in off the window is Dixon. Both teams have eaten their Wheaties. Very, very quick and decisive at offense. Graham looks for help. Now for Siren, who gets it back. Can't finish. Good defending by Dixon. Kick back out now for Walsh for three. A bit too far to the left, and it's going to be corralled by Dixon. Long ball now for Morty. Ultimately, over the left corner, not able to make the shot was Bowman. Ball is able to squirt free, but Matt will take care of it and bring it back quickly. Both teams are pushing the tempo right now. Not sure it's ideal for both of them. Brendan Graham will let it fly. It's off the front of the rim, and it's pawed down by Jones. Siren. Walsh. Hands it off for three off the front of the rim from Ryan Graham, and CCNY will take over. Morty. Nope. We got a foul away from the ball. This one is against Bakary, it looks like. So substitutions galore for the Knights. That is the first personal on Bakary. Team second against CCNY. 5:04 in. 10-9. CCNY is in front. So Lynch is checked in. Liam Lynch. Swept it back now. Toussaint. Lynch again. Still into Siren. Rivera. Back to Siren. And they're calling this one the other way. Looks like this one's against J.P. Egan. So the three men with whistles have set the standard. And I think one of them's clarifying things right now to Ryan Kadlubowski. That's how they call the game the entire way. Nobody should complain. Just be consistent for the guys with the stripes and the whistles. Morty gets it back. Looking down towards the bucket for Patterson, but he wasn't tall enough. And coming out will be Connor Siren. They may want to look at that foot real fast. Lynch. Now for Toussaint. Egan. Top of the key. Rivera. Can't get off the shot. Here comes CCNY. Morty. Nice pass and able to bank it off the windows. Patterson. Elijah Patterson gets on the board. Margin is now 3 for CCNY. 6 minutes in. As soon as he picked up the dribble, CCNY swarming all over the place. Rivera carries it back. Toussaint for three. Doesn't get the rim. It'll be taken by Morty. Trying to drive his way through Bakiri. Kicked it back out to the corner. Stone. Morty. Try to throw it through, but it's intercepted. Bounced ahead. Rivera. Trying to give it right back, but running out of room is Egan. This is not Canada, where the end zones are 20 yards deep. Kalabowski appreciates the effort and the hustle. Both teams are hustling well. Speed of the game is very, very good right now. I think it fits both teams well. Bakiri. Now for Morty. Able to dish it for Patterson. Couldn't handle it cleanly, but Patterson got it back, and he's able to put off the window and in. Elijah Patterson has strong hands. Doesn't let anything get him down, and CCNY has its largest lead at 5. Lynch. Bumped into Stone. Hook back for Toussaint. Toussaint. And they'll call a blocking foul. Here comes the cleanup crew. This one will be against Stone. That's his first, team third against CCNY. Toussaint will go to line and shoot 2. Makes his first of the year from there. He's now 1 for 3. In comes Lay. Out comes Morty for CCNY. Makes them both. He's eating his broccoli without any cheese. Margin back to 3. Bakiri spins around Egan. Is pressed briefly. Now it's settled. Bakiri switched now for Dinkins. Closed off. Back to the corner it goes. In and out. Getting a good look was Lay. For a second, I thought there might be an attempt from Patterson to put it back up, but it's stripped. Rivera moves in and out, and now has to go out because forcing him out is Lay. Check back now for Egan. In tight now for Jeremino. Lets it go and goes in. Very, very quick, the old shell game, and the margin is back to 1. Dinkins. Bakiri. Looks for help, and all by himself under the basket was Patterson. You can see the frustration, I think, on Egan's face. Somebody missed an assignment there. CCNY back up by 3. Over 8 minutes into this one. It's got a good pace to it. Toussaint. On him is Patterson. Kicked out, not fielded cleanly, but Lynch keeps it going. Jeremino. Now for Rivera. Rivera kept his feet to the floor, and he's able to sink it. If his feet move anymore, I think he's also for traveling. So both teams are making good decisions with the basketball right now. Dinkins. And a bit of a clumsy foul there against Rivera. And Kalabowski's going to make a line change here. Walsh is back in. So is Ryan Graham. So is Brendan Graham. Siren's back in too. Looks like Gemmel might be the 5th right there. Stone. In it came, Bakiri looking for help. Extra wide Treader open for 3 is Lay, and he'll just hit that one all day. David Lay puts CCNY back up by 4. Approaching the midway point of the first half. This one is going to be stolen. A pass a bit too strong. Bakiri. Beautifully done, Silky. And a timeout's going to be called by Mount here. 10:31 left in the opening half. CCNY has found a bit of good pace here, leading Mount 21-15. This marks the Skyline Conference's 35th year of operation and now conducts championships in 19 sports. More information on the conference, visit skylineconference.org. Again, skylineconference.org. Division III remains the NCAA's largest division of 450 member institutions. 40% of all NCAA student athletes compete in Division III. To learn more, visit ncaa.org/D3. Again, ncaa.org/D3. Some other returns for you. CCNY is shooting 9 of 13 for the field, so that's 69%. Mount is not awful. 6 of 14, 42.9%, but CCNY off to a good start. Rebounds are 8-4 Mount. Offensive rebounds, 4-0 Mount. Second chance points, none. That's a big problem early. Turnovers, Mount with 5, CCNY with 4. Points off turnovers. It's another big problem for Mount. Mount has committed 5 turnovers. CCNY has scored 9 points. They're batting .900. 4 turnovers for CCNY. Mount has not scored any. So things are starting to add up. The good news for Mount is it's still early. Gemmell rotates out for Ryan Graham, who plays hopscotch but can't finish. And the rebound is corralled and brought back up court by Dinkins, who lost it. It's taken now by Brendan Graham. Graham looks around, got it back. Does not shoot, wise decision. Ryan Graham. Gemmell. Walsh. Siren lets it go. A bit too strong. And it'll be corralled by CCNY again. And it's coming back quickly is Stone. Lay thought about letting it go. Wanted to get closer. Lost the handle. And a foul is called as his head went back like a crash test dummy. That was Walsh. That is the second on Stone. No good with 9:39 left in the first half. Team fourth against CCNY. Stone will sit as Morty comes back in. Walsh. Ryan Graham. Siren for 3. Bit too long. It's straight enough. It's just a bit too heavy. Morty. Distributes. Dinkins. A bit too far to the right. Walsh with it. Looking for a lane. Still has it. With the left. Can't get Humpty Dumpty to cooperate. And we've got a loose ball foul called. It's going to be against Gemmell, it looks like. That's his first, team third with 9:08 left here in the first. So Dinkins will check it back in for CCNY. So far, so good for the road team. They've hit all their shots, and they've been able to play the pace they want. Mount has not played poorly, but they got to come up with more when there are turnovers by CCNY. And if they get an offensive rebound, they got to cash in. Morty hangs on to it, was able to get it underneath for Dixon, and down goes everybody, and it's a held ball to go back to Mount. Patterson's okay after hitting the deck. Yep, this game's starting a bit rugged, isn't it? Ryan Graham able to defer now for Brendan. Brendan spins back, looking for Siren. He'll draw contact and go to the line. That'll be the first personal against Dixon, team fifth. Siren to the line, where he's 14 out of 22 this season. Makes the first. McCary comes back in for CCNY. Patterson will have a seat. Makes them both. Lead for CCNY cut back to 4. Bowman as pressing was Walsh. They get it across, but the battle's not over yet. Morty back to Bowman for three. A bit too long. And coming down with it is Graham, Ryan Graham. Defers to Brendan. And he lost it, but they say it went off somebody in purple, so Mount will maintain possession with 24 on the timer. Good patience again. Just let it run. Doesn't have to be autopilot, but let the ball do the work here. Jones can't shoot yet. Brendan's open for three. Nails it. Brendan Graham. Lead is back to one for CCNY. Now it's dropped for Dinkins. Morty. Patience again. Controlled chaos. Morty says, okay, I'll let it rip. Can't get it to drop in. And so Brendan Graham comes down with it. Siren takes the pass from Jones. Walsh was open, can't get it to drop, but it's pulled down by Jones. And a fresh 20 for the banker from out. Wide open, Ryan Graham for three. He'll bury that one. And Mount has the lead with 7 minutes left in the first half. Timeout CCNY. This game is going to ebb and flow like the tide down on the island. Grab a Snickers bar. I don't think this game's going to be over anytime soon. Mount has a 23-21 lead against CCNY. You can get 10% off summer sport camps at Mount St. Mary College. You must type this code to receive the discount. Thanks, 2024. To get this deal, visit msmc.edu/sportscamps. Again, msmc.edu/sportscamps. Real quick, CCNY has 5 fouls. Mount has 3. Off to a good start tonight. We'll start with Mount. Siren has 7. He's only 2 of 7 from the field, but he's made all 3 of his foul shots. He has a couple of assists and a couple of boards and a steal already. So he leads his team with 7. For CCNY, Patterson off the bench with 6. He has not missed yet. Right now for the field, Mount is 38.1%. CCNY 56.3. Mount has taken 5 more shots and made 1 less bucket. Well, they've gotten to the line where they are 5 for 5. If this is where they somehow win this game, this is where Ryan Kadlubowski can pat himself in the back all he wants. You have to understand that I might have grown up in Newburgh, but my parents were from the Syracuse area, Liverpool. So whenever there's a team that doesn't shoot for the line well, I get agita. Doesn't matter who it is. Yep, that's the Boeheim in me, except it's working in reverse. This one's intercepted, and Mount will come back with it quickly. Pulling up for 3, Rivera. A bit too strong, but a rebound is pulled down by Ryan Graham. Back it came for Walsh. Can't finish, and we've got a whistle. This one's going the other way. This one is going to be against Gemmel. That is the team 4th against Mount. The 2nd against Gemmel, so he stays in for now. Bowman. Morty looks back at Boateng, who is communicating with his hands and his mouth. That must be whatever he's saying, he really means it. Bakiri, back to Morty. Looks for space, creates space. Fires it off the front of the rim, and it'll be out of bounds. Off of the night, so it'll stay with CCNY. Gemmel tried to come up with it, but the ball did not want to stay with him. So fresh 20 for the banker for CCNY here. Stone. Swept back out. Dixon Now for Morty. In the left corner for three. Not able to make it with Stone. And so Mount will come back with it. Gemmell. A miscommunication involving Justin Rivera. Kalabowski saying slow it down, cool it. That's good advice. And his pass is telegraphed. Can it be saved? Yes, it is. Good athleticism by Ryan Graham. He wants it back, but Jones has to hang on to it briefly. Gemmell. Now for Rivera. Rivera looks for some space, lost the ball, kept it going. Mount has time. Rivera, not one pass too many yet. Into the corner it goes, and just missing it was Gemmell. But the rebound, not able to finish, was Jones. He'll go to the line, though. This one's against Bakary, I think. 16 foul against CCNY. That is Bakary's second. Jones to shoot two. He makes that one. Couple of changes for Mount. Gemmell comes out. So does Ryan Graham. Tansey comes in for the first time tonight for Mount. Made them both. And again, the foul shooting continues to work wonders for MSMC. If I'm obsessing over it, it's because the one thing I can do in basketball, I can make a shot from 15 feet. I couldn't do much else. And it's brought back quickly by the Knights. Not able to finish on the first attempt was Rivera. There was a swat at the end, it didn't go. And Stone. Wedge back now. Bowman. Able to avoid Rivera. Attempted alley-oop involving Dixon. Doesn't make the grade, but Stone is there to pick up the pieces and carry on. Final five, opening half. Mount leads CCNY 25-23. Toussaint, he's back in the game too. Siren. Tansey looks to make a decision. Brendan Graham. It came to Siren. And that one doesn't make the grade at all. Feels like some guys are trying to be too fine with that ball right now. Morty. He accelerates quickly. Lets it go, and the ball decides to make up its mind and do what he tells him to do. 25-25, 4 minutes left here in the opening half. Brendan Graham back for Toussaint. Rivera. Brendan Graham. Toussaint, the ball just went right into his abdomen, and his hands were able to react. Rivera does a lot of hopping by himself. Siren. Tansey. Lets it go. Able to, no, not able to finish down low. Although it was not a shot clock violation with Siren, did graze the rim. Meanwhile, an and one the other way for Morty. Foul will be against Tansey. That's the team's fifth, his first. Justin Morty continues to do Justin Morty things. Yep, he makes his foul shots too. Toussaint thought about three. Now for Ryan Graham, who will reset things. Siren. Toussaint again from Walsh. Lets it go. Boom! And he takes a bow for his teammates. He is truly a stage performer. 28-28. 3 minutes left in the opening half. Bowman got it up court now for Stone, who's able to distribute beautifully to Patterson. So Patterson's been in the right place, the right time, multiple occasions tonight. And CCNY is back in front. Kick back out. Another three that decides not to cooperate with Siren. That was a good look. Brought back by Stone. Patiently. Got it over on the left wing, and making no mistake is Bowman. Timeout, Mount. So it's Cad Lebowski's turn to reboot the router here. 33-28, CCNY in front with 2:24 left in the opening half. You can learn more about Division III student athletes, championships, and sports with a behind-the-scenes look. Follow NCAA Division III on Facebook, Instagram, and X for updates. You can join the conversation by using the hashtags NCAAD3 and YD3. CCNY is shooting 61% from the field. They are only 4 of 10 from 3. It feels like they made a lot more. Mount is shooting 31% from the field. 3 of 17 from 3. At some point, it feels like you got to do something different. Mount is 7 of 7 from the line. That's what's keeping them in business right now. Rebounds are 16-13 Mount, 8-1 offensive. Second chance points, though, only 5 for Mount. They're making progress, but they got to be better there. Brendan Graham has time. Walsh. Graham again. And we've got a whistle away from the ball. And we've got a 1-and-1. That's the 7th on CCNY, and it's against Stone. And that's his 3rd. And we have our first significant plot twist of the evening. Siren makes the first. He gets a cookie. He gets a second shot. Discipline, name of the game right now for Mount. Foul shooting still perfect. They're only down by 3 with 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Stone. He's still in the game despite playing with 3 fouls. Marty. No. Rebound is stopped, but there's contact. Looks like it's against Brendan Graham here. That'll be his first, team 6th. Elijah Patterson to the line. He's had a good game tonight. Misses the first one. Patterson has 8 points, has yet to miss from the field. Also has 2 rebounds. Makes the second. That makes it a 2-possession game. It's never too early to talk about possessions. Brendan Graham. Jeremino. Foul line. Can't get it to go. And so CCNY will carry it back again. Morty. Was almost skipping to his loo there. He got it back from Bowman. Bowman, will he shoot from there? No. Morty. Foul line jumper. Good. He continues to excel at his craft. He now has 10. That leads his team. The margin's back to 6. With a minute to go here in the first half. Jeremino now for Siren. Here comes Brendan Graham. Yes, sir. A work of art, and the margin's back to 4:53 left in the half. And not able to check the brakes with Siren. Would that have been pass interference if they were playing football? I don't know. But it was definitely a healthy collision. Unfortunately for Mount, that's their 7th as a team. It was Dixon who was fouled, so he'll go to the line. Again, if he makes the first one, he'll get a second. Dixon tonight has 4 points, has not missed from the field. 2 rebounds and an assist as well. Makes the first one. Can't get that one to drop as the rim rejects it. 5-point game, 45 left in the half, and it's intercepted by Morty, who is moving quickly, but lost the handle. It rolls out of bounds, and it stays. No, it's going to go back to Mount. For a second, I thought I'm going to graze the hand of Jones, who was trying to save it initially, but Mount will get it back with 38 seconds left. They don't need to rush anything. Just look for a good bucket and get a stop on D to end the half. That's how you create momentum, and you can have it last 15 minutes. Jones looking down low and missing, and getting fouled from behind was Rivera. And he almost had help from Lay to do a backflip somersault or something like that. Foul is on Lay, team 8th, first personal. Don't think there's anything malicious about it, but definitely clumsy. That ball felt like it hung up for an eternity for dropping for Rivera. Makes them both. Everybody's had to get out and push tonight for Mount. They're very much in this game. CCNY has definitely come prepared. The shot clock is off. Morty. Rivera on him. Good kick. Out for 3, a bit too long for Bowman, and Mount will not get off a shot at the end of the half. Siren's frustrated he didn't get that one off in time or get a better look at it, but that would have been tough. He was under duress for sure. Well, a lot to unpack from that first half. The basics, at least that's what some people would call them. I guess we call them stats that are on the first page of the stat sheet that the coaches receive when they get back to the locker room, and the SID, in this case, Kyle Teixeira and his staff, decide to share with them the documents. CCNY shot 57.7% in the first half, 4 of 11 from 3. For Mount, 32.3%, 3 of 17 from 3. So the outside game definitely a problem for them right now. Rebounds for the game, Mount with 18, CCNY with 15. Offensive rebounds, 8 to Mount. But again, a bit of a bugaboo right now. Points, second chance points. Only 5 second chance points for Mount out of 8 offensive rebounds. A single point out of 2 offensive rebounds for CCNY by comparison. Turnovers. CCNY with 11 points off turnovers. Only 6 for Mount. That's not good. 8 turnovers by Mount, just 8 in the first half. That's not awful. Thank you, sir. But points off turnovers for CCNY, they had 9. So CCNY has been opportunistic. They've known what to do when they've gotten the ball in a tight spot. They lead Mount 37-34 at the break. We'll be back for the second half here on the Mount St. Mary College Athletics YouTube channel. Welcome back to Kaplan here in Newburgh on the Mount St. Mary College Athletics YouTube channel. Second half about to start. Mount St. Mary trailing CCNY by a score of 37-34. We'll start with CCNY. Justin Morty has 10 points, 4 assists, has committed 3 turnovers, but he's done well given the body of work. He leads the building in points. Elijah Patterson has 9. Michael Bowman has 6. Ricardo Dixon has 5. For Mount, Connor Siren leads the Knights with 9 points. Brendan Graham has 7. Ben Toussaint and Ryan Graham each have 5. Josiah Jones has only 2 points, but 5 rebounds. So some guys have definitely shown up coming ready to go to work tonight. Problem for Mount is they've not been able to take advantage of the offensive rebounds and other second chance opportunities. That shot doesn't go, but a rebound is corralled by Walsh. Swept back out. Ryan Graham to his left for 3. That one's off the front of the rim. And a smart play made by Josiah Jones, knocking off somebody's bottom out of bounds. It might have been Dixon. Here's one of the stats that definitely sticks out to me. Mount is 11 of 11 from the line. Without that, I'm not saying they're not in the game, as this one is going to lead to a clumsy foul against Jones. But without the success at the line, this is a very different game right now. That is the first against Jones, by the way. First foul for either team here in the second half. So the Beavers up by 3, first possession of the latter half. Morty again, off the hand of Dixon, who I don't think was expecting it. And down the other way, not able to get the and one, but Ryan Graham able to find it through the hole, and the margin is back to 1. Yeah, I got a feeling this one might come down to the final bucket or the final shot. In the right corner, Bowman for 3. And the ball just hangs up there like a full moon. If you stare at it long enough, you see Jackie Gleason's face. It'll go back to Mount. Despite the fact that the bleachers aren't full and it's a midweek game and it's a non-conference game, you just get a sense that there's a lot of intensity down on that court right now as both teams just trying to get better with every single bounce of that ball. Siren. Got it back, but can't finish as the bucket had a lid on it. A great give and go involving Walsh. Bakiri has this one stuffed, and Mount able to save it. Great hustle, that time by Walsh. Ryan Graham, now for Jones. Jones was looking for some help from Siren, and it does not graze anybody, so it goes back to CCNY. Right now, I think both teams a lot of energy here to start the second half, just trying to do a little bit too much. Stone, back to McKiri. Stone playing with 3 fouls. Patterson, Bakiri. Looks for help, Patterson. Patterson tries to bend his arm a different way. Can't get it to go, but it goes off of Mount last, so it'll stay with CCNY. 11 on the timer, 2:09 gone, latter half, 37-36, Beavers in front. Stone. That almost worked. Will he try it again? Morty. Stone. Patterson. Good distribution of McCary. That was beautiful. Margin back to 3. Brendan Graham. Top of the key. No shot from Jones yet. Outweights Patterson, but he's too strong off the window. I think some people put that in the gimme category. It's a shot he's got to make. Morty comes back the other way, and that just emphasizes the previous statement. That's a shot that's got to be made down at the other end. Morty continues to play well. Margin back to 5. Siren back to Walsh. Walsh blinks right, turns left. Jones is there. So is Ryan Graham. Lets it go for the baseline. Overshot it. Bakary pulls it down. Able to elude one of the Knights, and now a second one is going to run into him. That's going to be a foul. It'll be against Ryan Graham. That's his first, team second here in the second half, 3:11 gone. Stone in deep thought. Patterson now for Bakary. Bakary takes it himself. Can't get it to drop. Rebound by Stone. Could not get it to go in. And they say it's going back to Mount. I should point out more, and he looked like he was extra wide trailer open down in the left corner. A missed opportunity for the Beavers. Stone is on Walsh. Walsh reverses. Jones. Back it came for Ryan Graham from Brendan. Ryan still with it. And they'll call a foul. Looks like this one's against Bakary. It'll be a shooting foul. First foul against the Beavers here with a second. Third personal against Bakary. It looks like he's going to have a seat. Ryan Graham makes the first. And Mount continues to do the job from the stripe. Looks like Dinkins just came in for Bakary. A couple of changes for Mount as well. And looks like there'll be at least one more. Couple more. Lynch and Egan come back in. Ryan Graham and Walsh have a seat. Some more horsepower necessary for Ryan Katlabowski's bunch here. Margin is 3. The Beavers haven't trailed much in this game, but they've not been able to put away the Knights by any stretch because the Knights have been so good from the line and have done just enough defensively. This is shifted well. Dinkins definitely got some contact. This one will be against Siren. That's Siren's second. Team third against Mount here. 4:01 gone here with a second. Kaysen Dinkins to the line to shoot 2. Makes the first one. Got them both. If the Beavers can make their foul shots, as great as the Knights have been, that's the equalizer. But they got to get to the line, too. Meanwhile, from 3, Jeremino says Geronimo. And the margin is suddenly 2 again. Mount is not going away. Stone. Looks around, directs traffic, tells Morty to go over there and gives it to Bowman. Now Morty will take it. Bumps into somebody. It was Lynch. Shifted back for Bowman. Doesn't shoot yet. Patterson back to Bowman. It comes to Stone. It's blocked. Able to get in his kitchen is Siren. Up quickly. Rivera. Can't get the call. Can't get it to the rim. Meanwhile, transitioning, able to get it through the hoop was Morty. It wasn't graceful. It was out of control, but he still got the job done. The sign of a good player. Lynch. Hooked it back, otherwise he would have been called for traveling big time. Siren for 3. Sound it. Connor Siren brings Mount back within 1. Back and forth we go right now. Stone. Pressed at the timeline. It's tipped, so no backcourt violation. Bowman. Now for Stone. Morty looking now for Patterson. Morty for 3. off the front of the rim, but it's rebounded by Dinkins. Dinkins is doubled, hiked it back, and able to calmly put it through is Stone. 6 minutes into the latter half. This one's getting good. CCNY up by 3. Letting it fly, trying to tie the game was Rivera, goes out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Beavers. Well, I can't fault him for taking the shot. Nobody was near him. Morty looks around as Egan got big. Bowman back to Morty. And a clumsy foul against Rivera for getting too close to Stone. That's the second personal on Rivera, 4th team foul against Mount. 6:16 gone here in the second. Bowman, Stone, foul line, boom. That was beautiful. Knew exactly what he was doing right before he got the ball. Margin back to 5, and the shuttle car is pulled into the station. Everybody out, and the next whistle from out. And here it comes. A foul is going to be called against Dinkins. Second team foul against CCNY. Gemmel, Walsh, Brendan Graham, and Ryan Graham back in from out. Egan, Lynch, Rivera, and Siren all sitting, at least for the moment. Dixon comes back in for CCNY. Out comes Patterson. First personal, by the way, against Dinkins. For 3. Not able to make it was Jeremino. It'll be picked up by the Beavers. Stone. Back to Morty. Staring him down is Walsh. Lets it go anyway, a bit short. That time it was challenged and it fell short. It was straight enough. Ryan Graham. Might have gone off somebody's leg. Picked up now by Jeremino. Into the corner it came for Brendan Graham. Jeremino. Shifted back for Gemmel. Ryan Graham thought about it, tried to bounce it instead. Kick back out and able to keep it going as Walsh. For the timer, though. Ryan Graham has to get it off. It got the rim, but it wasn't really, really good when he released it. Stone. Back out for Morty. Foul line. Boom, again. I wouldn't call him red hot or white hot just yet, but Justin Morty's writing a good story tonight. Shifted back here again by Brendan Graham. Morty now has 16, by the way. Yeah, he's been good tonight. 5 on the timer. Brendan Graham has to get off a shot. It was partially blocked. And it leads to a shot clock violation. I think it was Dixon who got a paw on it. Timeout is called by Ketlabowski with 11:41 left here in the second half. CCNY has been able to create some distance. The Beavers lead Mount 51-44. Mount St. Mary College Athletics has its own Instagram page. See photos and videos you won't find anywhere else. Go to Instagram.com/MSMC Nights. That's MSMC Nights on Instagram. Here in the second half, and they get updated numbers. CCNY is shooting 6 out of 14. Mount is only 3 out of 13. So the discrepancy in field goal attempts that was there in the first half is not here right now. For 3, Mount is 2 for 6. CCNY is 0 for 4. So Mount is getting the outside shot to fall in, at least more of a rate than it was in the first half. Rebounds in the second half for 10-8 CCNY, 3-3 offensive. A lot going on right now for the game. Mount is shooting just 29.5% for the field. CCNY is 52.5% for the game. Turnovers, 13-11 CCNY. Points off turnovers. Mount has just 8 points off 13 turnovers for CCNY. CCNY has 11 points off of 11 Mount turnovers. So CCNY is batting .500, and that's enough for tonight so far. Mount with 3 timeouts, CCNY with 4. Mount right now with 4 fouls as the team here in the second, CCNY with 2. Dinkins. Back to Bowman. It came to Dixon. Not able to field it cleanly was Bowman, but it's recovered well. 8 left on the timer. Stone. Back out it came. No shot yet. They got to hurry. Stone. And not a smart move by Ryan Graham, who may not have been aware that the shot clock was winding down. And is it going to be a 3-shot foul? Yes, it is. Some of the bingo cards have now been put into the shredder, much to the dismay of Sister Alba. Galabowski continues asking for an explanation. Looks like a mime right now as he's trying to reenact what happened there. And the first one from Stone is a miss, so there's a break there. I always say a coach is working for the next call. The second one doesn't go either. Back in comes Siren and Jones. Jeremino comes to the bench. So does Gemmel. He missed all 3. More bingo cards going to the shredder. Sister Alba may have to put the balls back into the closet at the rectory. And this is going to be a foul coming up against CCNY. It'll be against Bowman. That's his second, team third. So Brendan Graham to inbound as Bowman trying to get big. Walsh hands it off to Ryan Graham. Walsh got it back. Stone in front of him. Siren. Brendan Graham, they say a kick save and a butte from Bowman, but we're in the wrong sport for that. So just like that, Mount gets a fresh 20 for the banker. Out comes Stone. As in comes David Lay. Brendan Graham picked up the dribble. Not sure that he wanted to do that there. Siren able to keep the party going. Ryan Graham looking back for Siren. Graham again. Stays in bounds. Reverses it, swatted away. Rebound put back up, and Humpty Dumpty not cooperating. And a loose ball foul is going to be called against Walsh. That's his first, team sixth. And with 10:26 left still in the second half, the next foul puts CCNY in the bonus. Bowman. Morty. Looks around. Some contact. Play continues. Morty. Quick first step. Long first step. Baseline jumper. In and out. He's human after all. But back by Mount quickly. Rivera got it back. Quickly now for Siren. Looking to get it back for Walsh, but his arms don't extend from his cheeks. I see a lot of hustle for the home team right now, but just slightly out of step. It's like the triple option. And it's Morty, can't make that one either. Is he starting to cool off? Yep, the pitch for the quarterback to the running back's got to be perfect, otherwise it throws the whole thing off. Siren. Lets it go, can't get it to fall in. And run back now by Morty. Dinkins lost it, and it's recovered. A bit of an angry stare there as Siren was able to start things up again. Here comes Brendan Graham. Siren drops it off for Rivera. It comes to Walsh for 3. A bit too long. Rebound is out of the hands of Jones, but it went off as somebody in purple last, presumably Dixon. So it'll stay with Mount with 9:06 left here in the second. CCNY up by 7. Wide open with a big shot there was Siren, and everybody in purple fell asleep at the wheel. Margins back to 5. Bakiri. Morty. Lay lets it go. A bit too short off the back iron. It's pulled down ultimately by Rivera. Fast break opportunity. Blocked perhaps by Bowman. Ball stays in play. Jones, no. And the ball is tipped out of bounds. And it looks like we got a foul called underneath. Or is it touched underneath? No, there's going to be a foul here. It's against Lay. Team 4th against the Beavers. Second personal against Lay. He will depart. Stone comes back in. Spencer Boateng trying to mix and match right now. They're in good position, but the game is far from over. Up by 5 with 8:35 left. Rivera. Back out it came from the top of the key and not able to get that one to land. Was Jones. We got a whistle. It's under there somewhere. It'll go back to Mount. So a break for the Knights here. Can they capitalize? As they brought out the metal detectors because it's late in the evening. We've been in here for several hours. It's starting to get moist in here. I'd say open the windows, but I'm having trouble finding some. That's okay. Lynch will inbound. Siren for Rivera. Tansey back to Rivera. Trying to get big as Morty. Rivera, good first move. Lost the ball. They say it went off him last. I have no doubt it went off one of the Beavers after he let it go, but it probably grazed off his back or one of his ribs out of bounds. So a tough break for Mount off the possession arrow. Stone has it deflected away. Can it be saved? No, but good defending by Jones. Over the years in this sport, I have found very few things more useless than a man standing in front of his own basket, but his hand's not out. Good defending there, and again, Siren responsible there that time. Always have your palms out. Good play made by Mount as a group there. Jones hands it off. Trying to come in is Ryan Graham. Kick back out. No shot yet. Graham waits for a commitment. Yanks it back. Jones looking for help. Siren can't get it to fall. And perhaps there were too many cooks in the kitchen that time. And, oh, we got a 7-10 split in the far alley. Tansey picks up the foul. And that is the 7th against Mount here in the half. It is Tansey's second. Looks like it'll be Bakiri shooting a 1-and-1. So this is where CCNY can help itself out greatly. They can make some of these. It's going to be awfully tough for Mount to come back. Makes the first one. That's a big one. Now has 5 points. Also has 3 rebounds and 3 assists and a steal. So he's made some plays tonight too. That's a big one because now we can say 3-possession game with 7:27 left. Bit of a press here. It's broken, though, by the Knights, and they'll settle it in. Jeremino. Swept back now for Ryan Graham. And it came for Siren. Bumps and gets it down. So Siren gets a couple back for Mount. They are still in this game, but they're a bit of a ways from a parade to the line. Over the left side and one. It came to Dixon. Ricardo Dixon with a clutch shot there. Foul is on Jeremino. Team 8th against Mount. As Dixon gets ready for the three-point play. Jeremino's first personal, by the way. Dixon tonight only has 5 points. He hasn't missed from the field yet, but he's had 3 rebounds and an assist, and he's defended well. Makes that one. Margin is now 8. And I think Spencer Boateng just told his team to talk on defense. He knows the nitty-gritty is not far behind. Almost picked off by Stone. Brought back in by Siren, who can't finish it. Does not draw any contact. Here comes Stone. Navigates it again. Open on the left side was Dixon. It would appear that the Beavers have decoded something in the Knights' paint. This one is also against Jeremino. That's his second, team 9th. So with 6.5 left, CCNY up by 8. Dixon back to the line. Makes that one. Beavers now 9 of 14 for the line of this game. Now it's definitely far from perfect, but they make some now. It's hard to see Mount making a comeback. Gets Humpty Dumpty to go down nice and easy. 10-point margin. Lynch. Hard pick is set. Shifted back out, intercepted. Fast break opportunity for Morty. Hop's giving it a block. No, they're going to whistle Walsh for a foul. They say got him on the arm, and that is 10 on Mount. Second foul against Walsh. Timeout is called by Mount with 6:14 left. The Beavers are in front 58-48. The Skyline Conference's core values: diversity, respect, growth, sustainable success, and competitive spirit. To learn more about the league and its members, please visit its Instagram page at Skyline CONFD3. That's Skyline CONFD3. Justin Morty, 16 points tonight for CCNY. 7 of 15 from the field. 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. He's had some help. Chris Stone only has 6 points, but he has 8 rebounds and 3 assists and a steal. He's made some plays. For Mount St. Mary, Connor Siren is doing everything he possibly can right now. He has 16 points, but he's only 5 of 16 from the field, and he's 1 of 7 from 3. He's 5 of 5 from the line. Mount has not missed a foul shot yet tonight. They're 13 for 13, but They've already reached 10, and CCNY is stuck on 4. The Beavers have been very disciplined here in the second half, have not tried to do too much. They just sat back and see if Mount can beat them with a 3-ball. They've not been able to do it. Mount has done better here in the second half than they did in the first, but still a bit of a ways away. Josiah Jones has 8 rebounds for Mount, but he only has 2 points. Morty to the line. Makes 1. Right now, he's in his own world, especially at that foul line. Lead is back up to 12. Carried in quickly by Lynch. Defers now for Siren. Walsh. Back for Jeremino. He's able to let it go. It looks like it's just going to be 2. But there's still a pulse here. It's a 10-point game with 6 minutes left. Stone. Morty. That one is off the front of the rim. Dixon was looking for it, couldn't find it. Can Mount hurry it up here as Dixon tries to get back into the play? Ultimately, it comes down low for Siren, who puts it in, and suddenly the needle's starting to move. The margin is back to 8 with 5.5 left. Don't go anywhere yet. Stone. Directs traffic, milks the clock. Bowman deflected away. And it's it's great play made by Lynch. Able to outlet it. As coming in uncontested is Ryan Graham. If you are eating dinner, put down the fork. It's a 2-possession game with 5 minutes to go. Stone. Shifted now for Morty. Clustered now to the left side. Stone. Down at Kayford. No! It is, they say it went off of Dixon last. Tremendous defending by Ryan Graham. And suddenly the Knights are standing on their own 2 feet. With 4:42 left, they're down by 6 and they've got the ball. I know it drives everybody crazy when they watch this sport that everybody seems to find a way to come back when there's a big lead. But that's what makes it so much fun. This one, though, is too far away from Jones, who's not Stretch Armstrong. Stone for Bakiri. Stone got it back. And I think right now the Beavers will be wise to take some time off that clock. And that's why I'm not the coach. That's why I'm up here and Spencer Boateng is down there. Chris Stone with a big 3 and it leads back to 9. Ryan Graham now for Brendan. Brendan. It came to Siren. Walsh looking for help. On him was Morty. Letting it fly and just grazing the rim was Ryan Graham. It's out of bounds. It'll go back to CCNY with 3:49 left. I think the window for the Knights is starting to close a bit. It almost feels like a must stop here for the Knights on defense. It comes though to Morty. With a great behind the back, behind the hip feed. Patterson can't finish, and he's fouled. Siren was able to reach him, but he's whistled. That is his 3rd. Patterson to the line, who's had a lunch pail, hard hat, black and blue game. That's okay. Still stuck on 9 points, 4 of 5 for the field. Now 1 of 3 from the line. 2 rebounds and an assist. makes the second. Back to 10 with 3:35 left. Rivera. Siren. Ryan Graham. Now for Jones. Jones, too high off the glass. With how he positioned himself, he's got to make that one. McCary, he's doubled. Gets rid of it. Dixon, back to Morty for safekeeping. He says, come over here. Stone obliges. 13 left on the timer. Morty steps out. He'll go to the line. And somebody just said the magic word and has said it again and it's gone. Is it Siren? That might be the game. I get it. I understand it. I don't exactly know what he said. But it wasn't good. Meanwhile, back at the line, back at the ranch, it's Morty, who looks like right now he's just shooting foul shots at some playground somewhere in the universe. He's by himself right now, and I think he's earned the right to have that spot tonight because of the kind of player he has been. They've just informed Siren that he can't stay in the gym, so he has to depart. And that's a shame because he was starting to warm to the task here. So Morty makes 3 out of 4 because that was 2. That was a double. And I think Siren was wishing it was a double quarter pounder instead of a double technical. And Morty with a chance here to sink 2 and potentially put the game out of reach, if it's not already. He makes 5 out of 6. And the hope for a comeback, that has now left the station. The air went out of this building, I think, as soon as the referee down on the court said, that's the second tee, you're out of here. Ryan Graham down to the corner, got it back. Lost the ball, it's on the deck. And is there a timeout? Yes, there is. And Kadlubowski clarifies a 30 with 2:35 left. I think the window is closed, and Mount has been told the glass is bulletproof. It's looking for a bazooka. CCNY is up by 15. Over 50,000 student athletes compete in NCAA championships at more than 800 sites nationwide annually. Don't miss out on the next great moment in history. Find a championship near you by logging on to ncaa.com/tickets. He's been the grand poobah tonight. Justin Morty with 23 points. He's made good decisions in the basketball. Only 7 of 16 for the field, but a lot of the shots he's taken have been low percentage. 8 of 9 from the line with 5 rebounds and 4 assists. Also has a couple of steals. Cook back out, letting this one fly, and in and out from Ryan Graham. It's out of bounds. It'll stay with CCNY. So unless something crazy happens here, CCNY will improve to 5-2 this season, and again, all on the road. Their next game will finally be their first home game, January 8th against Lehman. So They'll be glad that this big turkey leg of the schedule is over with. Stone underneath, and here comes Dixon. And it looks like Dixon just picked up a tee. Boateng, and I think the entire coaching staff want to know what he did, and I don't know if he said anything. I don't know if he did anything. Do they believe he hung on the rim for a bit too long? Well, I'll say this much. There's game situation. I don't want to call it a situationship because it's clearly not that. But there's awareness where you're up by 17. You've got the game. You're being handed a huge sundae from Friendly's, so to speak, with all the hot fudge and peanut butter you want. And you just drop the cherry off to the floor. There's no dog that's going to come along and pick it up. So maybe they felt he didn't need to be that excessive with the celebration. That's the only thing I can think of. Mount St. Mary will drop to 1-7 this season. They will drop to 1-2 at home and get ready for the next game on Saturday at 2 o'clock against Sarah Lawrence. That'll be here. That's the Skyline opener. Hopefully they've been able to swallow some pills and learn the lessons tonight. Another foul is going to be called here. It's going to go the other way. It's going to go back to Mount. This one will be against Patterson. That's his first, team sixth. So next one puts Mount into the bonus. The home team has worked hard tonight, but have not taken advantage of the opportunities, especially with the second chance points and those offensive rebounds in the first half. Other things have contributed to the score line, but that's one that definitely is top of my mind. Bakiri, long-range jumper, can't get it to drop, but he'll go to the line. As Walsh picks up that foul, that's his third. And the Knights are clearly a frustrated bunch right now. Bakiri makes the first. He has 7 points tonight, 2 of 4 for the field. 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. Makes them both. Rivera. Screen set by Jones. Jones got it back, top of the key. Boom! Josiah Jones makes the score a little bit closer. We've got a whistle, and a foul is going to be called against Walsh. I think that's his fourth. Chris Stone will go to the line tonight. He has been more seen but not heard. 9 points, 4 of 8 from the field. 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. So he's done his job defensively. It looks like Spencer Boateng is going to let some guys get into the game who might not get playing time going forward. Arturo Machia will come in as Stone's night is done. No double-double for him. Rivera back out for Ryan Graham. Top of the key, Jeremino can't get it to drop. Walsh looking for it, finds it as we reach the final minute of play here. Ryan Graham tries to get to the bucket, but he drew contact. Looks like it's against Machia. That's his first. And team 7th, so there will be a foul shot coming. Jared Vargas says, wait for me, I'm coming. As out comes Ricardo Dixon, who played well tonight for CCNY. Walsh and Rivera will depart. 1-1 here for Ryan Graham. Makes the first. Can't make the second. Rebound is volleyed. And down goes T.C. McLaurin to third. I hope he's okay. And right now, he needs a standing 8. T.C. McLaurin to third, who had just checked in. Is it a contact or is it a tooth? I hope it's not the latter. Is it just blood? Hope he's all right. That was not pleasant. The way that he froze for a second, I thought it was something much worse, but at least he's walking around. 46.8 is left. CCNY will have what feels like a short trip back to the city. But it's a job well done with what they did, especially with a game that Justin Morty had. Ryan Graham knocks down that shot. He now has 16. And Mount's going to get one more chance here. The shot clock's at 20, not all the way back. Here comes Eller, and one! Caleb Eller. Where did he come from? Oh, it's been a tough night for the Knights. That's the loudest. The bench has exploded all evening. So Caleb Eller will go to the line and try to get rid of a three-point play. Makes it. Mount only has one timeout, and suddenly it feels like a game again. It's deflected. What's going to happen here? Graham, Eller, work back now for Jeremino. Lets it fly off the front of the rim. It's rebounded by Dalzell, and they say he stepped out. 16.1 is left. Shot clock is off. So this weird energy that's here in the building, we thought the game was over. Now it's not. Jones back in the corner. Swept back. Graham can't get it to go in. Rebound is pulled down. And one more foul on Jones. So one more false summit with 5.9 left. For Jones, that's his second. And to the line is Chris Poppett, who misses the first. Poppett pops it in. He's on the score sheet. Margin is 11. Quickly, Ryan Graham. Long pass, deflected a couple of times. Trying to find it is Jeremino. He's stuffed, and the game is over. CCNY comes to Newburgh and gets a 76-65 win over Mount St. Mary. The Knights' first Skyline Conference game is next on Saturday at 2 o'clock against Sarah Lawrence. They dropped to 1-7 this year and 1-2 at home. CCNY gets to take a break, 5-2 all on the road. Their first home game is January 8th against Lehman. Now you can pick up the fork because the game is over. We're out of here. For Kyle Teixeira, the Director of Sports Information, and for the Director of Athletics at Mount St. Mary College, Shane Bell, I'm Nikolai Busko. This is the Mount St. Mary College Athletics YouTube channel. When you're just around the corner, half around the world, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.